at the invitation of He Liqiang, Premier of the State Council of the People's Republic of China, the Han, Anthony Albanese MP, Prime Minister of Australia, undertook an official visit to China from November 4 to 7, 2023. To mark the 50th anniversary of the first visit to China by an Australian Prime Minister, the Han, Edward Gough Whitlam. During the visit, Xi Jinping, President of the People's Republic of China, met Prime Minister Albanese. Premier Liqiang and Prime Minister Albanese jointly held talks on 7 November. He Zhaolei, Chairman of the Standing Committee of the National People's Congress, also met Prime Minister Albanese. The leaders had an in-depth exchange of views on China-Australia relations, as well as on regional and international issues. Both sides welcomed the successful recommencement of the annual leaders' meeting between Premier Li and Prime Minister Albanese. The leaders reaffirmed their support for the comprehensive strategic partnership and reiterated the importance of a stable, constructive bilateral relationship. The two sides reiterated the importance of the 1972 joint communiqué on the establishment of diplomatic relations between the People's Republic of China and Australia, and restated their commitment to their respective national policies and positions contained therein, including mutual respect, equality, mutual benefit, stable development, and Australia's commitment to its One China policy. They agreed that both nations could grow the bilateral relationship and uphold their respective national interests if they navigated their differences wisely. The two sides acknowledged the importance of political dialogue and welcomed the continuing stabilization and development of the bilateral political relationship. They agreed that a series of meetings between the leadership and ministers of both countries since 2022, as well as the resumption of key foreign policy and economic dialogues, were in the interests of both countries. The two sides reaffirmed the importance of the UN Charter and compliance with their WTO commitments and agreed to continue to work together in the United Nations, G20, APEC, East Asia Summit, and other multilateral platforms. The two sides attached importance to cooperation under the Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement (RCEP). The two sides welcomed the contribution of people-to-people exchanges to the bilateral relationship, including the increasing exchanges of students, tourists, and business people following the lifting of border measures. They welcomed the resumption of the China-Australia high-level dialogue. The leaders agreed to continue or expand engagement in political dialogue, including through resuming the annual leaders' meeting between the Chinese Premier and the Australian Prime Minister, the Foreign and Strategic Dialogue, the Strategic Economic Dialogue, the Joint Ministerial Economic Commission, as well as other government-to-government mechanisms, bilateral trade by reaffirming the importance of the China-Australia Free Trade Agreement (FTA) and agreeing to the facilitation of trade and economic links, including through holding the China-Australia Free Trade Agreement Joint Commission meetings in Australia at an early date, holding China-Australia CEO roundtable meetings, reaffirming commitment to the Authorized Economic Operator Mutual Recognition Arrangement, progressing the implementation of the Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership, and working towards MOUS on standards, measurement, intellectual property, competition, education and food safety, climate change, energy and environment, including through recommencing the bilateral climate change and energy dialogues, and commencing technical cooperation on soil carbon testing and climate-smart agriculture practices, people-to-people links, including through the 15th Implementation Program under the 1981 Agreement of Cultural Cooperation, and exchanges in culture, sports, education, innovation, academia, aviation, health and tourism, and the facilitation of exchanges, including the agreement to provide access to 3 to 5 year multi-entry visas for visitors and business people on a reciprocal basis. China welcomed the invitation of the Australian side for Chinese leaders to visit Australia at a mutually convenient time.